Welcome to Community Corner, our platform that we use to reach out and touch the people, educate them on different things, community related with our resource center, AJ84 Holdings, located in Riverview, Florida. We're a one-stop shop for the community, providing support services, education, and also volunteerism and community outreach. We are a family-owned and operated business here in Florida. Myself, I'm the A in AJ, Anthony, and my wife, Jennifer. So today, we'll be talking about the Education Center, Guided Life Education Center, to be exact. So it's been brought to our attention, or many people pose the question, well, how do you do a test? How do you build a testing center, or you want to start a testing center, or what is it like? So I just came up with a few bullet items that I would share to kind of shine light on what it means to be a test administrator or operations center for a testing site or third-party authorized testing center. To start, when you think about running the testing center, a lot of people, or as we did, it was niche. We were providing a service, and then we were like, well, maybe we can certify or license our professionals and put them out there. So you come with that thought process of filling a need, filling a gap. When you think of a testing center, it can be low cost starting out, or high expense, low income. When I generally started, I'm not going to say which entity, but they just flat out said, hey, you're not going to get rich with testing center. There's too many variables, too many moving parts. When you think of a testing center, you think you see one, and they're all the same. No, each one operates independently. So you can start out testing one specific examination, and then for no apparent reason, it can be pulled away. During COVID, we had an uptick where we were doing a lot of specific exams called the PANTS. So they needed us to do the PANTS exam during COVID, because centers were closed, but once centers reopened, they took it away. So, unbeknownst to us, we just know that people were calling to take the exam, and then, hey, we no longer offer it. So that's an issue there. Also, the testing examination offering is limited. It's a limited pool. When people think testing, they think you test for everything from insurance, finance, business, law enforcement, etc., real estate, and it runs the gambit. But we do not provide, or not unable to provide, the real estate exam for the state of Florida. So we can provide examinations for the Carolinas, Wyoming. I did a test for South Dakota, but there are different protocols in place, or quite frankly, there's a contract that is held for specific testings, and so you're only allowed to operate within certain centers. I've explained that on previous videos called the professional testing centers, or Pearson Professional Testing Centers. So they are the only centers that are allowed to offer said exam. We offer other exams. So we not only test for one particular entity, we test for several. And basically, you can figure out what we test for when you go to register for your exam. You choose your testing location, and your location where you stay, your locale, and then all of the area testing centers will pop up, and based on the availability, then you can see if we offer the exam. Sometimes you might be able to call up and see and ask us personally if we offer the exam. If we don't, we might be able to offer it and add that to our testing portfolio, but sometimes we're not able to do that. Also, when you're running a testing center, the testing candidates tend to get very comfortable. They picking noses, they're maybe passing a little gas, or they get extreme bubble guts coming into the center. So I try to calm people down, but if you get squeamish around that certain thing, and also women have their monthly cycles where they, we're a small business, so I wear many hats. So I have to be the administrator, I have to be the custodian, the janitor. So I have to take care of these things. And occasionally, while I'm seeing to other candidates, the bathroom or the restroom areas are being utilized. So I don't get a chance to see it, get to it as soon. So I get complaints about the state of the bathroom, but I couldn't control because I was dealing with the other clients. And so women's unmentionables are in there, or somebody vomits in the toilet because they just under such extreme stress. And so if you don't have the stomach for that, yeah, it might not be for you. Unless maybe as we grow, we'll get a professional cleaning crew in there. If there's any custodial, janitorial services that be willing to lend a helping hand at a reasonable price, we'd be open to that. Also, testing can be very stressful. There's many different things that are on the line. People need it to keep their job and remain employed. They need it to advance. They need it to pivot and start anew. They need certification for many different reasons. So there's a lot of weight on the particular individual as they come in, and I take that into consideration. So you have to know that and not take things personally. So candidates come in, they might be very standoffish or very short with you, and so you have to be able to deal with that and get them testing. So that could be a part of the process as well. People coming in with proper identification. There's protocol that we have to follow as a testing site. We have our Bible, if you will, of do's and don'ts. The same agreements that we offer you guys, we have our same playbook that we go by. So as we hand that to the customer, they have to be mindful of what's written. It's written on the paper for a certain way because somebody has tried something. It's very much one bad apple can destroy it for the bunch. So it's written there following the rules as it is written. But if you give them an inch, they'll try to take a mile. Can I have my watch, but it's only a Fitbit. It's only calculating my steps. No, it says on there clearly that it's no watches or anything like that. I understand that we are a testing center, so I try not to be so militant, so restrictive. I understand what the weight on your shoulders coming into the door, so I try to make it a calm environment so that you can feel comfortable and focus on what's important, which is the exam. So I'm not a power hungry or a gatekeeper, but at the same time, clients and candidates try to finesse or sweet talk. I have no bearing over the outcome of your exam. I don't pick the exams that you choose. I can't hit a button and give you a passing score. The only thing I can do is control the environment. Make sure that the noise is down. Make sure that you have proper noise canceling apparatuses or earplugs, headphones for your audio. Make sure that you have your proper testing accommodations and resources that are allowed for your given test. But other than that, I have no bearing on the outcome of the exam. So to be extra nice, I appreciate it. And I do keep track. We have several repeat test takers that come in, and you do develop rapport over time. And hey, you just wonder, hey, how's the kids, or how's everything? Last time you weren't getting much sleep, or is everything okay? And that's about the extent that it goes. Little small talk and chatter, but people tend to want to butter you up or think that we are the authority on that. But I just click a button, to be honest, on the backside of the test, and I'm just watching you from the other room on the audio visual. So I'm just making sure you're compliant, because we will not compromise the integrity of our center. There's a lot of responsibility in sitting in our seat. People just want to shortchange or minimalize the job of a proctor or a test administrator, but don't understand that we are important in your journey, because we protect the integrity of the exam, and thus that's what makes the exam what it is for you, for the candidate, in order to gain or increase their earning potential, because they're in a secure environment. All protocol is being followed, and it's standard anywhere you go. So we have people who are visiting the state of Florida from other states, and while they're here, they want to take care of this piece of business. So they're able to come and test with us for their test that's in another state. So just having that protocol in place and that standardizing the test experience makes it easier for that to happen. So anywhere you go, you're able to come in. As long as they're an authorized testing center, you're allowed to do that. We go through a strenuous vetting process in order to build up and to become what we are. You have to have certain equipment. Has to meet certain technical specifications. You have to have certain monitors, certain peripherals that go with the uh, test equipment as well for the workstations. Um, then you have to have certain protocols as far as securing of the documentation, securing of the room and the environment itself. There's a quite a few steps in regards to that. Also, we have, as a testing administrator, have dealt with medical emergencies. Some people have been so extremely anxious or what have you that or they have been had medical issues coming in, and whatever for whatever reason, the test environment exacerbated those. I've had pass outs, I've had throw ups, I've had uh, any number of things happen. But you just handle it. We have our protocols and the measures that we take to handle it and see to it that it's handled in the least disruptive manner possible, and that we worry about the safety of the test taker at that point. So, but at the same time, I've had people who are literally going through a medical emergency as they're getting loaded up on the stretcher and the gurney to get escorted out by the EMTs. Just reach up and just look, well, I hope I pass, on their way out. And I'm not sure how much of the medical emergency that you just had the wherewithal or the cognitive ability to zap right in there to figure out about your test results, and then as you get carried out. But I won't judge. I'm not the judge. We still made sure and treat each case as it's an actual emergency. Also, people are sleep deprived because they've had long study sessions going into the exam. I can't tell you how to prepare for an exam. That's on you. I don't know the numbers of who passes what. I don't try to make judgments or judge a book by its cover. Also, post-test, people tend to be upset as if I had some type of hand in their results, and I don't. I treat all my candidates and test takers the same. I go as far to say as I collectively love them all, meaning that you could have tested any center around in this general area, but you chose to test with us, and I appreciate it. We appreciate it because we're a smaller organization, smaller entity, so it counts a little extra. You're more than just a number for us. I pride myself in getting to know people to a point, and so when people come and test with us, they get that same stellar grade A customer service that anybody gets. So post test, after they got received their results, and it may not be in a favorable manner or favorable to them, you want to get upset and storm out or snatch papers, and that's uncalled for. Like, I'm just giving you the results that you earned. I mean, it's a situation of you can't get upset for not getting the results that you wanted based on work that you didn't put in. So you coming in with a dream of passing a test that you didn't prepare for, and that's most cases not going to happen. Sometimes we've had exams where people come in and like, I forgot I had a test and just rolled out of bed and they aced it, but that's an outlier, and I don't recommend it. So it's how you prepare. I mean, but some people also come into the test just wanting to see what the exam was like, wanted to get an understanding of how it's structured and how it works. Because it's as much as it's the content and what you know, it's equally on how important about how you take the test. You know, finding different correlations, stepping through, taking your time, as opposed to just blowing through it. I see some people during the test, they're kind of nodding off. I mean, it's a test and an exam, and you should be focused. But again, I don't judge. I don't know your life, but that might affect if you run out of time, but you were sleeping a little bit. That it's on you. But that end result is completely on the candidate. It's completely on them. We don't. I care for you and appreciate you the same way, whether you pass or fail, and I'll give you any information on how the retake or anything that can help you along a review session, whatever is within my ability and that's right. I'll be able to help and I assist. Some testing centers just want people to keep coming back and coming back and coming back, and they don't give them the information they need. I don't know how many times it has been expressed to me that after a certain exam, one of the insurance exams, a candidate is able to review their incorrect answers here at the testing center. It's a shortened session, but it just goes over the incorrect answers. That is an opportunity that's available to every test taker. But most of them aren't told because they just want them to keep coming in and keep taking the test, because a lot of times it's based on volume. But I don't do that. I feel better and I sleep much better at night knowing that I did everything I can to help you pass and be successful, because when you go on and you're disciplined and are able to provide for your family, I feel good about that. So I like the success. And then if you fall a little short, whatever I can do to help you get overcome, that's my duty, or that's how I feel my calling. Also, I understand, being a testing center, that it's a it's an acquired taste, if you will. It's a necessary evil in some sense of the word. I know it's not the most glamorous thing. People don't like to take a test, but they might have to take a test. It might be required, government mandated, company mandated. So I get it. It's like going to the dentist. People don't want to be here, but they have to take care of what they need to take care of. So I try to make it as seamless process as possible, and you have to know that going in. Please, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to us at our appropriate channels, social medias. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Share the video that you've seen. If we missed any topics or anything that you want us to dig deeper on, please just reach out to us there. We'll add it on the next one. So thank you again. Appreciate everybody who supports our business. We love you all. Keep them coming. We love to hear your success. Many times people check in and give me phone calls, let me know how those certs and licensures are working for them, and I love it. I love it each and every time. Best wishes, and thank you. Signing off.